Nyahao, good evening. Today I am hopping back into Honkai Star Rail. I played some yesterday, and I'm still catching up with quests today, but let's see how much farther we can get. I don't think I have much left, but let's see how much farther. I don't know how long it's gonna be for me to finish, because what I need to finish is in regards to March's new branch. So the whole new side quests in the Xian show. I am also doing something a little different today. I am actually double streaming from YouTube and to Twitch. So let's see how this works. And the VOD will be saved to my main YouTube channel under the lives section. So maybe I won't post or double post this to my VOD channel at the same time. I don't know. Just keep it on the live section. It should be fine. I haven't done this before. So we're gonna try it out and just see how it goes. I'm also going to try and keep this stream a little bit short. Mainly because I do have to wake up early tomorrow. But for the most part, I should be able to get a couple hours in. So let's get right away. Interstellar message.
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Trailblazing and all about having fun.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go. Blast? Expedition? Yeah! Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast!
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Ha!
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun! I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The War Dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taikian Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Lafu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Lafu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
Nice.
What do you two think?
The Leviathan fossils sound interesting, but yep, sounds great. Let's split up, gang.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Lafu.
Travel plans.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
Complex jargon. I can't even read that fast enough. Have a safe trip.
Don't miss us too much.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Yeah, now that you're no longer branded a criminal.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know?
So here's something for all of you. A poem by March 7th.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
Oh, come on, don't jinx us.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
You said it, not me. Notice the dock on the Xianzhou. You guys on the Lafu already? Quick with the news, huh? General sent me to welcome you all at the Starship Haven. See you in a bit. Cool.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there are so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Sure.
Exactly! We're Cienjo experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lofu fighter jet.
So it's even larger than a regular starskiff? And bigger than a radiant feldspar?
The radiant feldspar is bigger, I guess.
Huh? Okay.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
I was thinking about the Fixtural Garden have just get haunted by Mr. Tail. Autumn Alley would be the tourist attraction. But this one sounds more fun.
Oh yeah! Fixtural Garden! It's famous for supernatural stuff. With those mischievous heliobi floating around. It's pretty fascinating.
Supernatural? I don't really like scary things, but our clients will love it.
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixtural Garden. Maybe we'll bump into each other there.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
Well, alrighty. Yeah, I don't think there's any... Like, until we get a new map, I think I already have everything from this place. So just wait until we get a new map. I know there's a couple things I'm missing off of Penacony, but not much. Just like the Lordy trash cans. And a couple warp trotters. And this will definitely
Everyone, this way.
should give us another a new map.
Hey everyone, it's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Yeah, you're definitely taller.
Really? The General is always worried I won't grow much taller. But I keep telling him not to worry about it. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Cienjo Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Cienjo Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Cienjo ships, the The Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
The Shuming?
Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knight's armaments. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
You're pretty much the same in that regard.
I agree.
Yeah, this quest is pretty much all about March, so we're just gonna tease her.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
You're just as jinxed as March.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Ooh, cutscene. Oh boy, wolves. I've been seeing, I did see, like, a little, spoilers for the boss fight of these wolves. And the fact that, like, oh, you'll never get a turn. So, I wonder if I'll be able, to fight him. But yeah, these wolves are, very fast.
Why are there boars
As,
Let me tell your wound.
This
shown on the
now.
internet.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz.
Might have to switch to my mono quantum to run, Sila.
Shall fall.
Not good.
Where do wolves even come from? Ooh, hello. Nice.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Yeesh, it just steals the sword. Like, ooh, pretty.
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
I see.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borison.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Okay.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in
that's
Starskip
right. Yeah,
Haven?
that's right. This is a new map.
According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be
remember
held
a friend
on a
showing me that
starskip
map.
and taken directly to the shackling
That's gonna
prison
be interesting.
under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Hey, Yuki.
Who are you?
I'm
Hope
Lu
you're
Ju,
doing all right on your
officer
trip.
of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Juming envoys saved them? This sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
They calm the crowd, disperse, troopers restored to its peaceful state.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know, they're kobolds, right?
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
The abundance has
The
wolves.
Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Shenzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
Oh my god. So I guess...
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Oh, yeah, clearly this guy is the villain here. You're the odd one out. Of course. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, you let out those wolves on purpose.
Success and failure.
Looks like a wolf himself.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
Did you miss us?
Sure, how couldn't I have? It's not often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did she and General Qing Yuan become such good buddies, Dan Heng? They seem to be having a great time.
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. At least, I hope that's the case.
Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from
well,
other
that's the
tourists
thing,
who come to
Yuki.
attend the ceremony.
March
Elder Huayan
7th,
is
she
not
named
only
herself
one of the
March
Arbiter
7th because
Generals,
that's the day they
but
kind of like
also
thawed
the
her out.
Furnace Master
She
of
was
the
in this
Artisanship
gigantic block of
Commission.
ice. She doesn't know where
Besides
she's from.
his
She
martial
doesn't know how
skills,
she was born.
he
She doesn't know
excels
when
in
she was
forging
born.
various
She
weapons.
doesn't know who her parents
Such
are,
talents
obviously.
are unique,
So
even among
she
the
has a
Arbiter
nickname
Generals.
as a name. As
Be
of
it
right
Arbiter
now,
General
her
or Furnace
mystery ice
Master,
is still a
these are
mystery.
merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jing Yuan? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed.
there's our troublemaker.
There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lawfu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He
I'm not
remains
sure
by
how
my side as my
it'd be
retainer
funny,
due to his youth,
but I mean, it's
which
a
I hope
unique
will season
name
him with
nonetheless.
experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
You just took it. You
Yes,
didn't just
it
find
is.
it.
Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yunli. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yang Qing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful, because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yunli, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Lafu and could use some help settling in.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Law Fu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
I see.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Huh. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Some kind of test?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go.
It is the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawfu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Yeah, so, okay.
As soon
I
as
guess,
she disembarked from the star skiff,
yeah, I'm like, 3 banners behind
and
an
simply
update.
disappeared.
Because we got Yun Li, we got this Fox
You
Boy,
must be the
and
messengers
then we got the
from
current
Xianzhou
person on
Yao
banner
Qing,
right
I
now.
assume.
So yeah, I'm 3 people
we are
behind.
Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw.
Yeesh.
It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Yeah, this is definitely not gonna fit all in one
Now
short
this
stream.
is interesting.
Definitely not.
A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me,
Yeah,
General
it's
Huayan.
male Pozemka.
I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I can get it back for you.
No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Lawfu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
We can vouch for him, though.
The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony.
Even you were looking for fun.
By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
You're a real master of conversation.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Yeah, how many? 5? 4? Almost half of them? You're a real master of conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
That toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance.
What's wrong with the security
Keep
check?
detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
They're just following procedures. And if they're true to their word, they just need to check that you're not holding anything dangerous of the sorts, bringing it to the Luofu, and then you can be on your way. What's so complicated about that?
You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait, why are you here? You're staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Here to help Yanqing.
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
You're the one
Looks like
going
you've
all
met this
Karen.
IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikui. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
I think they're in place for a
Mr.
reason.
Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Leave it to me. I'm an expert negotiator.
I heard how you helped R. O'Malley. The IPC representative back then
Just
was Mr. Scott,
whack him in the
right?
head.
Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Oh. It's another type of debate minigame, I guess. Okay.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
They're not trying to steal, though. To remind him of his embarrassing past.
I didn't expect to see you again, Mr. Scott. We had such fun in Arum Alley last time. It seems our paths are destined to cross once more.
And we get voice from Trailblazer this time.
Stop pretending we're friends. If I could actually beat
Well, I was
you,
wrong.
I'd punch you in the face. So, are you guys gonna resolve this problem? Or are you just gonna let this clown put on a show here?
Let's just pretend we don't know her, Don Hung.
Really?
Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Runmay's experimental subjects, but have I ever paid a penny for them? And now you think you can just come and ask me for
That's gonna be wrong.
compensation?
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius Society scares. Besides, cargo on this transport
I'm
vessel
doing
belongs
terrible.
to the Intelligentsia
I am a terrible
Guild.
negotiator.
If you want to inspect the cargo...
If you want to talk regulations.
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Let me tell you something. As stated in Article 17 of the
Yep,
only
I
protect
lost.
the integrity
That
of the
was
goods
bad.
and prevent anyone as for whether the cargo itself poses
Damn, I
a security
suck.
threat to the destination. All right, that's enough. I thought you were we've signed a Listen up, kid.
I should
I
have
don't
beat him
mind-
up.
If that's the case,
Oh, really?
since you put it that way, Mr.
Not...
I thought you were
Stop him, guys! For the Everlord!
Yeah, just beat him up.
Relax.
What was even the point of negotiating with that thing, anyways?
From still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
of you! Why is the IPC even paying you? You're a bunch of losers!
Just be grateful that that little brat showed you mercy. At least your staff aren't seriously injured. How do you IPC cronies have the audacity to fight Cloud Knights? You practically assaulted law enforcement officers.
Another one? Who the heck are you?
I may be a bit late, but the good news is I'm here now.
Oh?
Allow
it's you.
me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Fu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
Yeah, the Sparkle look-alike.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Suspicious.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Oh?
According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Ha!
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Wow, she
Typical
cheeky
of a
in her
long-life
own right.
species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
Really? You finally gave up.
But, Mr. Scott!
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Uh-huh. At least you wised up for once.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
Ha!
Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the
Oh,
IPC
hey,
product?
thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Doo-doo-dee.
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the
How's
IPC.
it going? Ah, of course. Of course, it's the threat. Terror grip attacking the caster can dispel. Okay. Non-attack. I'm terrified state, unable to perform actions. Yikes.
Oh, how unexpected.
Now this guy is gonna be fun.
Stand still. Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Time to say bye. Boom.
Ooh, so close.
Relax. In the still waters of oblivion.
Cool.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
Uh-huh.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Oh boy.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared.
Well,
I
if you
can't
count
even
robots
tell
as
if it's
biological.
ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say it like that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Ah, I see. Biologically
I'll take some
unbiological.
samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu.
How
As
is
for
the
you,
prison the
Mr.
safest
Craftsman,
place?
please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Lingsha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be so...
Young?
Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
I'm still debating whether or not
And you
it's
three are
worth
coming too,
to
right?
like put a poll on this character's banner, Lingsha's banner, because I read her profile, and she's a fire abundance, which means she's a healer. But and her kit seems to enhance break effect damage, or just like break overall. I'm not sure if she's the replacement for Gallagher, or if I should just keep holding off until Fugue, because Fugue is definitely more interesting than her, but her kit piques my interest. I'm not quite sure. I do have some poles stashed up, but not a lot. Where am I going? Over here.
I'm here.
The news is pretty fast.
Like, I mean, her kid mentioned break
All these
buffing, so
years,
like maybe she'd be
the
a
view
good
of the
pair
Alchemy
with
Commission
Ronmei.
hasn't changed a bit.
Like maybe
tides come
she's
and
the
go,
Gallagher replacement.
But the ancient sea remains the same.
I don't know.
For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the
Oh, hey,
ambrosial
Mash. Welcome in.
arbor.
Oh,
Follow-up attacks and debuff. I did see the
towering tree
debuff
looks
thing.
pretty impressive.
The follow-up attacks
Even
comes
if
from
it's
her
impressive,
summon,
it's a
right?
plague mark.
Because she
The
has like
Xianzhou
the
have
little
been fighting abominations for
fireboxes.
thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn,
Who is she good for?
it's only natural for everyone
so
to
she
feel
has
uneasy.
follow-up,
Well,
but
once
she
a seed
also
is
has the
planted,
break kit.
no matter how
So who
long
is she
it
good
takes,
for?
it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit.
Break
In my
teams?
humble opinion,
Really? For Acheron?
the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor
How does she help
and the
Acheron?
resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou
Oh, the debuff?
sought immortality.
Oh, so okay, makes sense. Cause Acheron ultimate stacks based on like debuffs passed to the enemies. So I guess the character doesn't have to be Nihility to cast a debuff, huh? I don't know. Do you think she's worth pulling? I really wanna pull on Fugue, cause that's Ting Yun and she's alive. Like, do you think she's worth pulling for?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Hung and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing
Depends
it
if you
seems
want to focus
impossible.
on damage.
I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering
or
if
you mean
you could
break.
provide any insights.
Cause like she had break in
Well,
her kit, so
Even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you,
I don't know. Would she be a better
I'm an
pair
outsider,
if you put her
just like my companions
like with Firefly
I can't
and
really say much
Ron
about a
May in the
remedy.
Super Break team?
but I do have a piece of advice, Miss
Like
Lingsha.
what I'm thinking is like
The
could she
Vidyadhara and
be
the Alchemy
a
Commission on the
replacement for
Luofu
Gallagher?
have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may
I
not
mean,
know
I
about
can
politics,
do a pull on
but
her
I do know that the
for
disciples of
kicks.
Sanctus Medicus
I don't know.
have been
I mean, no
operating
chance
within
that
the
I get her
Alchemy
on that
Commission
pull,
for
but I can.
years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe
I
you should
I
discuss
definitely
it
don't
with
have
the
enough
general.
to do both the character and the Lycone.
I see.
But I can try pulling
Thank
for
you
her.
for your valuable insights.
She at least seems interesting.
While the
'Cause
Lux
she's an
Arrow from the
abundant, she's
Rainbow
a
possesses
healer.
unparalleled power to
If
sever
I gave
the
her to
ambrosial arbor,
Acheron, then
it can't
I can
sever
swap
mortals'
out my
desire to
Lu.
prolong their existence.
So then the healer,
Just like how
being
the
her
Cloud
being the
Knights can
healer,
eliminate the
would
remnants
be
of the
able to
disciples
apply a
of
debuff
Sanctus Medicus.
herself.
but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well.
Only go
And
for her
that's
if
why
you're
they
planning
entrusted
on
the
doing
duty
two
of guarding the
teams
roots of
for
the
Memory
arbor
of
to the
Chaos.
Vidyadhara.
I don't even
However,
touch Memory
the
of
Vidyadhara
Chaos.
are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master.
But I feel like she would still be
She
fun
recognized the
to
emerging
see
undercurrents and
the
sought to cleanse the source of the
three
disturbance.
primos. Well,
Unfortunately,
I don't know.
even though
I
she was
don't know.
skilled in the art of healing,
I'm lazy,
she
okay?
didn't understand the human heart
Memory
or
of
how
Chaos
to eliminate
stuff,
the sickness
I'm lazy.
lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Lafu.
I don't even do Memory of Chaos on a normal basis.
And guess who arbitrated the case and
Hell, this
handed
is
down
only
the
day
sentence?
2 of me playing Star Rail
None
again
other
after
than General
who knows how
Jingyuan
long.
himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of
What do
Sanctus
you
Medicus,
mean I should try?
but even the Divine Foresight himself.
I don't even have, like, that many proper teams built.
Alas,
Like, the only
why is your
team that
face turning
I
pale,
really have
Yanqing?
confidence on right now is the Acheron
Don't worry
team.
about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions.
I'm not lazy, I just play a lot
I
of
won't
matches.
hold any personal grudges against him. Besides,
I mean, yeah, I play
at
a
our
lot of
age,
games.
holding
not
personal
specifically
grudges is a
gacha.
luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Okay, fine, I'll give it a try, Mass.
Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission?
Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world.
Yeah, you did say Primos. I
You!
believe that's the wrong
You
currency.
stole my sword! Give it back!
I see.
The correct currency
skip
here
the
is Stellar
introduction part,
Jade.
then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed.
Uh-huh.
Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon, yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
Poor flying sword. Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Maybe I should call the general.
But which general should I call?
Ha!
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Yeah.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
It definitely sounds like she's about to burst a vein.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Oh, we're taking his place. Okay, that's good. That's great.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Of course. Oh, at least it kicked out my healer and not my front runner, so I still have the ability. Usually take dash to use attacks to defeat the enemy first. Number of enemies defeated, recorded here. Okay.
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still.
Should be easy enough if Acheron does all the damage dealing.
Still waters of oblivion.
You took the bait.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skills.
Time for swordplay. Bladed flight.
Through clouds.
Damn.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
This combat needs Optima. This is double speed.
Cutting the net.
I will have to be a little careful because this team doesn't have a healer now.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Can I have fun this time?
Stand still.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
Through clouds.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Still waters of oblivion.
Say bye to breathing.
Ah man, out of points.
More enemies.
A one-time enemy.
Again.
I wonder if by like 15 minutes they mean like 15 turns.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall.
Can I have fun this time?
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
How many can you block?
Through clouds!
Yeah, there's no way you're beating Acheron.
I win, Miss Yunli!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Oh boy. Can he? Oh, cutscene. Having a flying sword sure does help in that situation. Ooh. Oh, okay, I forgot about her. So wait, how many banners behind am I? 4?
Well fought, my young friends.
Yeah, I forgot about my my friend
However,
lookalike here.
both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lafu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Oh, she's Merlin's Claw.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lafu. So I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
Ha!
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha.
Why would I
if
want
you've
to
got
borrow
some
your
free
Linksha?
time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan.
You got a solid build on her?
I think there's more to those
Who
personal
are you
grudges
pairing her
mentioned
with?
earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked.
You're using
How about
her
we
in like
call
every
it even
team?
as payment for the
For what
healer lady's
reason?
consultation.
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's
Mainly
not
break.
forget,
I mean, makes
you'd
sense.
have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Makes sense.
Well,
I would
you can
probably
always send the
stick around
bill
the
to the
break
seat
team,
of
too.
divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
The follow-up attack team. I guess, actually that makes sense. Because if she's follow-up attack, that makes sense why Topaz is the partnering banner.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
Yeah, that sounds like Bailu.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined.
Who's Honkai?
Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Well, March,
so too,
you'll get the chance.
Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Something important?
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Chaos, you say? Well, So what we got here? Pick that up, pick that up. There's that. Literally done after today. I can't even do this. Okay. Apparently only one quest away from being able to do this, but I'd rather keep doing it in order. All the war dance stuff. Okay. And then this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, where are we going? Over here.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, Feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
What does that mean?
The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
Wonder who the Marshal
By
is.
introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
A gift, you say?
Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship.
Is this the
It has
sword
a
that March is gonna
legendary
get?
history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now.
Why would the sword come
wondering
without the case?
Who would be worthy of such a sword? And then it hit me. I can
Wouldn't
award it to the
essentially
champion
be
of the
safer
Ringmaster's
to deliver
Challenge.
a sword in
The
a
ceremony's
case?
champion is sure to be a perfect match
Why would
for
the
the
case
sword.
be prepared before the sword?
Moreover, I hear that Yenqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yenqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
March.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Look like Beisha was right.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Yeah, where's the popcorn?
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be.
Well,
and it
you know,
might
a
not be
tie
either of
isn't
you.
entirely
But
impossible.
If you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How
Ooh, Marge?
does that make sense?
Marge?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying
Yes,
their
Marge.
Cloud Knight flair. and prowess.
March.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
March!
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well,
You
you'll
did
probably
express
realize I have
interest
no
in it
hope
a
and give
couple
up on me.
scenes ago.
That'd be so embarrassing.
So, you just accept your
Isn't this
fate,
a
March.
perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yenqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
Well, teaching could also be a learning
So you're admitting
experience.
your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights.
Yes, exactly.
You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Ha! Yeah, give up, Pupo.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huaiyan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Don't worry, March. They'll teach.
General
They'll
Huaiyan's
treat
gone.
you just right.
Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huaiyan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time.
But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyways?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating
Is March the joke
to
in this
mentor
team?
March.
Why would you be asking this now?
Elder
She's like the
Huaiyan
comedy
is
relief.
Still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
No worries. Nothing wrong with answering some questions. Not
Don't
like
worry,
we did
General.
anything wrong.
No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Lawfu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
Nice.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Shao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today.
Yeah, quite complicated.
Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements, a moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact
If he's
wording,
gonna be in
but
prison to the end of
yes,
the cosmos, why
the
didn't
very
they just
same
do an
Hule.
execution?
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hulei's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Finally arrived at Petridor Inn for a well-deserved rest. Petrichor? Petrichor? Crowd wardens keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
Yay! Now we're on the March quest. Get to see her in her sword dancing honor.
There you are.
Why are you here too?
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Don Hung, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yun Li?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Alright. Now we're playing as March.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Lawfu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Yay! March's new outfit.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
Ah.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Hey, Medio.
All right,
Welcome
let's
in.
get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves
Oh
with him.
man, that is really unfortunate.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first
Wait,
lesson?
did you forget to link your
Isn't that
account?
a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts.
Or,
the first thing
I
we're
don't know,
going
did
to do
the data
is
just
see
get
just
corrected
how
or something?
strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what
It's
you
gotta
need
still
to learn.
exist somewheres.
If you're ready, let's begin.
But if you didn't link it to
Okay.
anything, then it is probably lost. And that is sad.
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
You your skill first. Learn a few moves from me.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March.
Shifu's attacks can
Lawful swordplay is all about being
target
swift and agile in your
make
movements.
her realize powerful abilities. Okay.
Yes, you! Right on time. Ignore him.
Oh,
Strength
Yingli has
is everything.
follow-up. Interesting.
Yes, you! Like this?
Well done!
Here you go, Master!
Bladed twice! Right on time.
I could take 10 of you!
I am not sure what I'm doing. Basic attack, additional damage. Okay.
Come on! Nice job!
Yes, you! Within the self. How many can you block?
Awesome!
So now the charge, she gets enhanced.
What? I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Okay.
Practice is over.
Swords descend!
Melt!
Ah, I see.
Time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Strike with heart!
You'll make good practice.
Let's swap it to
Here you go, Master!
Mountains fall! Right on time. Time for swordplay.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how she works either.
Strike while the iron is.
Oh, I get it! All right, check out this move!
How many can you block?
I could take 10 of you! Melt! Nice job! Descend to earth!
Yes, you!
Time to show you what I... Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! What's this?
A one-time in.
Ready, set!
Simple enough.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, Masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
Yeah, they're quite amusing, aren't they?
Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Funny thing about them in the Honkai universe, like, but not like outside of Honkai Star Rail, in Honkai Impact 3rd, apparently Yang Qing, the boy, is the grandfather of Yun Li, the girl. So, if I remember correctly, but in essence, in Honkai Impact 3rd, I can't remember, like, was Yun Li his daughter or something? But they're basically family. Yeah, they're basically family. Incest. Who knows? Who knows, Mouse? Who knows?
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou
That
Lafu,
face is cute.
so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance,
Yeah, they gave her thigh-high socks. Why is that the interesting point for you,
I'll
Mash?
definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Oh, you just noticed. I feel like March already had thigh highs to begin with, like even in her default outfit. I may be misremembering.
Well,
I don't know. It's like,
done.
I feel like they're there.
Let's call it a day.
You just looked it up. Okay, fair enough.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just watch. I'll win a fight when the time comes.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
She had that asymmetrical
Now I
design
understand
with
why
her
Grandpa
legs.
always had a grin on his
That's
face while
probably what
training
I'm
me.
thinking of.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master. Yenqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure
Why are you two
if it's an
arguing
OCD
again?
issue,
I thought things
but
had been improving
I can
between
definitely
you
see
lately.
why it would trigger, I guess. It's just like, I don't know, a pet
There was talk
peeve
that the leading disciples
for
of the
fashion?
Luofu and Juming generals were supposed to
don't know.
face off in the war dance.
I mean, I think
but
it's
for
appealing.
some reason, they
in some
suddenly
cases.
teamed up to train
Like,
an
if it
apprentice
doesn't
of
seem
their
out
own.
of place, then I think it's fine.
Turns out the rumors are true. Tomorrow is
I mean,
the big
hey,
day
if
of
you
the
look in
war
the corner,
dance. Shouldn't you
March's
two be
current
focusing on honing your
thigh highs
skills
are still
instead of
technically
teaching
asymmetrical.
sword
They're
play
not
here?
the same.
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
It's male Pozemka.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Senzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your
In
training.
some way or another, pink
I'll
hair is
be on my
probably
way.
like the next to
If you knew
being
nothing
a
about
redhead.
martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Like instead of redhead,
Well,
you have
my
pink heads.
curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods.
I mean, that's fine.
If you align your ingredient, in other
Never
words,
too
your
late to try
apprentice's
pink, though.
natural tendencies, with the right
It is a
cooking
light
method,
color though, so
by
it
which
would
I mean the teaching method
require
that
a
best
full
suits her,
bleach
she'll
to
make
get
double
the
the
right
progress
color.
in half the time.
And if you're not out
For
to
example,
damaging your hair,
golden eggplant
then
tastes
that's
best
completely
when fried.
understandable.
Cloud peppers
I mean,
when
you could just
stir
do the
fried,
tips.
and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
I think we're getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Senzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing.
Yeah, never trust
After
a man
all,
who keeps their
the
eyes
art
closed.
of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Seems like you just got offended.
Seriously? trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No?
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh.
Rather settle
Looks like I
things
did get you
physically
all wrong.
rather than psychologically.
You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yun Li and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour. Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
New map? Is this a
Looks
new map?
like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
Still cool.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Lawfu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Lawfu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Zhao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Cool.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Great question.
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Alright then.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Ha!
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
How much more training does
Why
March
don't we
need?
take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Oh hey, my events tab isn't up here.
Let me see.
Oh, because we're still in the special stage, that's why. Ha ha ha. Is this... Okay, yeah, no, this is an event area, so it's not any special map by any means. Okay. There we go.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need? I'm doing my best, all right? Time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Are these wolves in disguise?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
Who are you calling kids?
Adult. And I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we hear like whoosh.
Now that's a response a kid would give.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Why are you acting like a kid? Wait, why are you playing?
Everhunt. Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Okay then.
You should have let me. Shh, the over. It looks good. We should.
Why is the audio acting funky all of a sudden? Things are starting to get funky. I might have to actually give my computer a break. I don't know what's going on.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Well, I mean,
come on. Can't
yeah,
you read the
after
room?
I kind of find a
Something's definitely
decent
off
spot
about the
to
three people we just
rest,
met.
I will be cutting the
Yeah,
stream off tonight.
anyone
I don't.
could
I
see
didn't
that.
plan on streaming for too long
I just
tonight.
wanted to hear you
I
say
do
it
have to
again.
wake up early for work tomorrow,
That
so
pink-haired
we
bum
gotta think about that.
say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. He's not familiar with this place. He just dropped us a hint. You seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
Tampering with Starscape
They
production.
said they were doing it, but it looked like they had no idea how to operate the Starskip
Whoops, my
production
bad.
line, right?
And it's suspicious how they suddenly finished and walked away as soon as they laid eyes on us.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and various departments. And the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Okay, I'm not sure if I want to cut it here or just do a little bit more. I'm not sure how much more of this quest there is. Maybe, yeah, maybe until I get out
Never
of
mind
Archer's
who they are.
perspective.
Let's just film them.
Don't get too close. He
Oh.
might.
There should need to be a magic photo shoot. Okay.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Screwlock. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktalk's plans.
So where are we heading next?
Skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Now, this will be interesting.
Ugh, so cramped in here. I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Hopefully they're not shipped to who knows where.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktalk said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where did they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! They're on high alert!
Okay. Stealth mission.
Should spot us? Quickly, hide!
Oof.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhart, I'm coming!
Oh.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktalk is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
Yeah, these guys are definitely wolves in sheep clothing.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there? It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Whew.
Borison?
Alright, let's see how this works.
You lowly beast!
I don't have a healer. Oh wait, I do. I got rid of Kafka.
This is double speed.
Gotcha. Okay. I have a healer.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That works.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
The Borison have infiltrated the Xianzhou.
How did the Borison manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
Oh boy.
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights?
You got quite a few
Let me check
spies
this
under
fake
your
Cloud
nose.
Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
Oh, there's way more.
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
There we go. Now we're back to our regular point of view. Triply. Apparently it's completing different endings to get your Eidolons. Interesting. Okay, and yeah, so I'm back to my normal perspective. I will do a poll on you for kicks. And then I'll cut my stream here. I can maybe give myself some dinner before I crash. So, let's see here. One poll. Done. Okay, definitely nothing off of that one. That's alright. Yeah, this... And I jinxed myself. Okay. I had a sinking feeling. I had a sinking feeling. Alright, alright. I didn't think my pity was this close either. I don't even know what my pity was. But alright, let's see if we win the 50-50. the answer was no. Hi, Bailu. Thanks. I had a feeling. Oh well. I have more constellation for my Bailu! Bailu, remains to be my best healer. It was in abundance, just not the right abundance. Cool. What even was my records? Yeah, what was even my pity? It's not gonna update this quickly, no. Oh, my pity was way in there. That was hard pity too, I think. I don't see any 5 stars in my past records here. That was definitely hard pity. Damn. Well, I have enough for one more pull, so I'll put it in for the pity. Nothing. Oh well. I got a Bailu dupe. Hooray! More for you, more for my good healer. C3 Bailu.
The life of the Videodera is like a dream.
And now I can upgrade your skills. Your traces. Or not. I guess everything here is still maxed out. They just leveled up their stuff. Okay. +2. Yeah, skill +2, talent +2. I thought I had to level these up again. If I just leveled them up. Yeah, like, how is she already full-ready upgraded? How did that work? I could have sworn, like, when you're leveling up the icons and stuff, you still have to, like, level up past that. It just adds more? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, so hey, this is great. Bailu has literally been, like, out of all the standard characters, Bailu has been the character I've gotten the most copies for. So, she's C3. Even her light cone is at stage 3. So it's like, okay, I'm just yep, one Bailu enjoyer. I do appreciate my Bailu. I'm pretty sure her build could be better. I know the relics aren't exactly 100% ideal. But I need more support relics in general. Well, that was that. I got duped by good old Bailu. But I do trust my Bailu, so I'm not complaining. Anyways, that is gonna be all for today's stream. I think I'm probably just gonna keep continuing Honkai Star Rail until I catch up. So I'll play some more tomorrow after work. And maybe a little bit more on over the weekend if I there's a maybe. Like maybe I'll switch it up for the weekend. I'll play something else. But I do want to continue catching up since I'm getting closer, but I know I'm still pretty far away. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for lurking. I'll see you guys next time. Yanni.
front of the bottom.